Mm-mm-mm. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Hump Day, Wicked Wednesday Sports Tea Day, live this week, and we're gonna be talking about our coach and quarterback, and uh, looking into our next week game with Tampa. But to get it started, like everybody to hit that like button, scroll on over to OGN TV and hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. You know what I'm saying? If you're down with the cause and like what you're listening to and enjoy the conversations, get it on in. You know what I'm saying? They get this little roll call going. I see y'all stepping on in here. Sherman Wood been in here since the wee hours. Okay. Uh, Pat, what's happening? What's happening? Ghost Peppers, what it do? Bubblegum, what's going on? People, what's going on? What's going on? We're gonna get into this thing, man. On the coach and the quarterback journey to knowing the same page, and it's been a bumpy road. Um, it's been a critical road, but to say the least. On this journey, it's a lot of things that people are ignoring about this situation, this season. You know what I'm saying? This journey. You know, I mean, you know, from the moment this man took this job, from year one to now, he's had a different quarterback each year. When he got here, he had Matt. Second year, we moved on from Matt and, tried to have a bridge situation with, Marcus Mariota, aka quarterback one, to give, DR9 the opportunity to get acclimated, with, the plays in the playbook, that he was given homework to do on. And this year, it's been Desmond Ritter. To shed light on my perspective of the situation, this is really a brand new situation. You have new pieces, young pieces, what I'm saying, in this offense, and where he has to get to know, his personnel, just like his personnel has to get to know him and know his, know his tendencies as it referred to how he's going to be using them and what they need to know and learn. All these guys, all these kids have to learn their prospective positions that they're in. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Pitts as a tight end receiver has to learn how to be a tight end first. You know what I'm saying? Receiver second. And that's a pretty good lump. And then we're talking about all the new pieces, the Mac Hollins, the Juno Smith. And the good thing with Juno is Juno was familiar with Arthur's playbook already, so that's a large reason why he's getting substantial targets and whatnot. But it's like this fan base in particular, they only concerned with the A and the Z. And they're just dismissing the B to the Y. And that's not smart. That's not comprehending, what I'm saying, the totality of our situation. Pat, you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? This can get better. Do I think, Arthur needs to get back as the play caller. I think there's some movement in that particular situation. I And I think that there's gonna be a move. Just don't know when. Will it be during this season, or will it become official after the season over with? You know, but I yeah, I believe that. Yeah, he needs to, if he's going to exact his concept. And I understand not trying to have a full plate. You want to be delegatory. You know what I'm saying? As the head coach, you want to delegate. You know what I'm saying, to the positions, and let those positions do the work that they're supposed to. We get that, but in exacting his scheme, I don't think anybody's gonna call the plays like he's gonna call them. You know, um, I think you know Rigon and I think Rigon, yes, needs to, as a quarterbacks coach, yes, needs to work with Desmond. Him and Heineke. In helping, getting all the terminology down, getting the concepts down, getting the reads down, and things of that nature. And getting comfortable, which I think is happening. It's just the bumps in the road, which seem to be the only thing that people are paying attention to, is in their minds is outweighing the actual progression. Um, they're trying to put a spin on things. Do you really think that Arthur wanted to throw the ball 49 times Sunday? No, he didn't. But you have, this fan base, has to do, which they seem to refuse to do, is acknowledge the opponent. Let's not get it twisted. Washington's front is legit. And Ron Riviera, he and their defensive staff, had a game plan, and they worked it out, what I'm saying, to a good proportion. I mean, the truth be told, it was just like I said at one point, like I said last night, you know, going forward on that 2-point conversion, I think that was a panic move. There's nothing wrong with having a sense of urgency, but at the same time, we should just kick the extra point. And because the defense was on. The defense was on. You know what I'm saying? You never want to, let them see you sweat, so to speak. And I think Arthur was sweating a little bit, and it led to some mental mistakes by the offensive unit and in the offensive coaching staff, which are things that can be cleaned up. Again, those things of that nature, can be cleaned up. And people, with all that has gone on in these 6 weeks, we are 500 for the season. And I think we're only going to get better, having learned, having these things to happen and learning from these situations, you know. And Jonathan Rozier, it's a collective effort between Arthur and Ragon. Um, it's a collective effort. Okay, what is going on? Okay. I don't know. I think I'm having dirt cutter issues here. I don't know what's happening. Come on, man. Come on.
Negro, just talk. What do you all you gotta do is talk. You ain't need to see nothing.
Screen froze, bro. I thought you said,
Just
I'm
talk,
just
Negro. As
okay.
long as
Well,
that motherfucker saying live, just talk. Now, what are we talking about today? Okay. Then Miss Maggie told you no beaters on. We can't be scaring the shit out of people. Okay. They're already scared of Mad Mike, and then here we go. You on here looking like this.
um,
We know you got big old muscles.
Mr. Producer. Okay. Yeah, yeah. All right. Duly noted, Madam President.
Sam gonna get me in trouble again, y'all. Y'all see this? Like he gonna get me in so much trouble. I'm trying to stay on the right side of the law. And Sam ain't making it easy for me.
What did I do? I'm just, talking to the people here. But the coach and the quarterback's journey to where Arthur Smith is trying to get to is filled with a few potholes, filled with a few speed bumps, at this young, tender, Similac stage of, just O units start. But, just like a baby, they grow. They're going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
It may not grow as fast as some would like, myself included, but they grow. And there's been growth. But people are too busy, looking at the missteps instead of looking at the growth. I mean, you had a lot of people saying that he couldn't throw. Well, he's proven that to be wrong because he can go downfield. He has the intermediate game. Okay, and so it's just we have to when these mistakes happen, or misreads, or and miscommunication, which are all things that can be cleaned up, with all things that can be fixed. I mean, if this was an 8-year veteran doing this, what I'm saying, I would understand the totality of this fans base venom, but it's not. This is a 10-game NFL player in his to the start of his young career, trying to get his feet wet, trying to, get his feet up on him, trying to get his quarterback, mind, and brain working in tune with his head coach, understanding the scheme, which I think he clearly does. We had to watch the O-line, kind of get their chemistry together, which in 2 weeks running, we've seen growth in the offensive line. They only gave up 1 sack last week. Okay, only one. And people want to negate the positives of what Ritter, was able to do because of the 3 turnovers. And that's okay. You could say, yeah, even I said it. Yeah, there were 3 turnovers by him. Saying, was I surprised? No. Was I disappointed? Yes. You always gonna be, in the throes of the game, you're gonna have those up and down emotional moments when bad things happen from your team. Okay, but the boy threw for 307 yards. All right. 307 yards. So there's something of some positivity that's growing, within him, in his performances. Do we want this to be a last sort of? Yeah, we all want that. But like I continue to say, there is a lot of defense that this young man has not seen, and we're gonna have these missteps.
Mhm.
The thing is he gonna be able to stay within the scheme and read his progressions to that'll lead him to not making these mistakes repeatedly. And I think that is getting to that point. Because if he's able to read enough to throw for 300 yards, I mean, what does that tell you?
Right.
You know, he's doing something right. He's growing some kind of way. There's progression, what I'm saying, with him, with this unit, with the skill players outside, what I'm saying, with the backs, with the line. There is some kind of growth and learning that is going on here for them to produce back-to-back 300-yard games. I mean, from week one to now, week one, it was, oh, well, he didn't even throw for 200 yards. Okay, week two, he dropped two and some change on Green Bay. Okay, and repeated the same against Detroit, even though we lost that game, but it was just, a matter of, that was just a learning experience against Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
This comment right here is where I just look. I'm gonna keep saying this until
Mm-hmm.
people just get smarter. Okay, I'm just gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna hurt a lot of feelings by saying this. Okay, just get smarter. Okay, just do your research. All right, if you don't know where to start, we are here to help you. When we say things like this, it clearly shows that you have no idea what you're talking about. Arthur Smith got to give him a scheme that fits him. This is where I use the simplest of logics. How in the bloody hell do you pass for 300 yards? You're 12th in the league in passing, and you don't have a scheme that fits you. That makes no sense. Okay? If he was bottom third, all right, of the league, then you would have a point. But he's in the top, he's clearly in the top 15. So that's over half of the league that is not doing what Desmond Ridder is doing. It's not that difficult to understand. This is where you have to get out of your emotions, okay, and just use common freaking sense. If you're making, all right, let's just make this as simple as possible. Anybody in here making $10 an hour at work? Who making? Just throw a hands up, throw a like, throw some red and black in there, and say, "All right, I'm making $10 an hour at my job right now." All right, that's one. Two, how many of you guys at work at your particular job are making? All right, are making $15 an hour and up?
Right.
Why am I saying this? Is because if you're in the bottom half making 10, obviously you're in the bottom half. You obviously ain't making much money. You know what I'm saying? So if you're
Mm-hmm.
making 15 plus, you're doing pretty good. Could be doing better. I think we all want to do better than 15 an hour, but if you make it like I'm saying, you already look ATL 25, 20. Like this is what I'm talking about. So you clearly is at the top. So why am I saying this? It's because he's at the top. He's at the top of the totem pole. We got people making $20 an hour, 18, from anywhere over $15 an hour. Most of the people in this chat are making most of the people making 15 plus. So this is the point. You're making good money, but Desmond Ridder, he's putting up damn good numbers. He's at the top.
The problem is, Mike, he's not doing it the way they want him to do it. That's the problem.
They don't have a damn plan. That's the whole fucking. This is why I'm screaming and yelling. You don't have a fucking plan. You trying to tell somebody to have a better scheme, but have no way to even go about it. How are we going to do this?
uh, William Amy, with all due
I need
respect,
results. I want results. I don't care about what you think his scheme should, but what he's
right,
not playing in the scheme. Tell
right.
me what he needs to be doing. Everybody with all these blanket ass statements, but they have nothing to go with these statements. Oh, Desmond Ritter need to be traded. Well, who's going to be traded to? I don't know, but somebody need to pick him up. I promise you, he's going to be better than that. Who's gonna be better than that? Well, I don't know who it is. We can just go to the draft next year and see who can get somebody like Caleb Williams. What if Caleb Williams go number one overall? Well, I don't
Mm,
know what we're gonna do. Maybe we can trade for Aaron Rodgers. He like the 40 years old. Like you have no plan for anything, but everybody got as many damn comments and as many dang on statements they want to put out. No plan.
mm.
You can't just put out blanket ass statements saying, "Well, he's not playing. He's not reading the defense." Nope, that's not true. Well,
This right here, Mike. This right here. Terry got Terry nail on the head, right on time. That right there. That right there. And most of those that you're naming are all people that they wanted in him instead of Desmond Ritter. But he has a better completion percentage than all of them.
he got a better completion percentage than Joe Burrow, the great one, the next great thing. Um, Richardson, who just went on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Watson, who just went on IR, he's hurt with a shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud, Pickett, Kenny Pickett, Wilson, Zach Wilson, Stafford, Fields, Tannehill, Young, Dobbs.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean by you got to stop looking at the Atlanta Falcons and look around the fucking league to see what he's comparing to. Joe Burrow is not having a good fucking year. Let's stop
Mm-hmm.
it. Desmond Ritter is having a good year. Can he get better? Of course. Are we frustrated with those interceptions? Of course. But it's not true to say that Desmond Ritter isn't playing well and that Arthur is a bad play caller. He just so happened to make a bad freaking play, a bad decision. Bad things happening. So, did we not see a quarter where Grady Jarrett and the Atlanta Falcons were getting to Tom Brady? I mean, we had a whole first half, we had a
Mm-hmm.
whole 3 quarters. We kicking Tom Brady ass, and then in one quarter, everything went fucking shit. Shit happens in football.
William Amy, you're being a hypocrite right now because I remember you saying just the opposite. You don't care about stats. That is bull. That is bull, and I'm called bullshit on that. Okay, because you were one of the main ones hollering about what he can't throw for 200 yards after week one. You one of the main ones. Come on now, don't sit there and tell that last time about you don't care about stats. Don't do that, cause you do. Cause you
Anybody,
do.
anybody that say they don't care about stats is a fucking liar. Look, I mean to be disrespectful. You're a liar if you say I want to see Taylor Heineke play. No, the fuck you don't, because I don't. Who the fuck want to see him play? I don't. He ain't never been good. Who like look, see, this is what we talk about. This is why we are so called the bad guys, because y'all say bullshit. Y'all know y'all don't look. If you can't say that shit with one nine like 95.5555555% confidence that you want to see Taylor Heineke, that you want to see, like, come on, bro. Like, who the hell want to see Taylor Heineke? Stop.
Right.
Who the hell don't care about touchdowns? Who the hell don't care about passing yards? Being the top passing yard. Who don't care about having the most money? Use a damn lie.
Mm. Yep. You know, I mean, like I said, there is a double standard perception when it comes to this fan base and Desmond Ritter. Y'all will, Brock Purdy Brock Purdy got drafted into a team with a veteran offensive line and a
Mm-hmm.
veteran top five defense.
Kyle
Let's
Shanahan
get
has been a play caller for the last 15 years.
Right.
One of the best. Taught, he was taught by his dad as a Hall of Fame coach. What we talking about, people?
Right. And then y'all, a lot of y'all keep wanting to, even with Philadelphia, when that man took that job up there, shit, it wasn't like he had to do a whole lot to that team to get them where they were. They had a lot of things in place. They had an offensive line in place. They had a defense in place. Okay, all they had to do is come in there and put the quarterback in a position. Draft receivers. Go trade for one, and boom, that it was. This situation here in Atlanta is not the same as those teams. Y'all need to stop. You tell us we can't compare Desmond Ritter to Jalen or Mahomes or Burrow, and all when they're putting up the same numbers and making the same mistakes as he is. Okay, so you can't compare teams either because it's not the same. If that's the case, it's
This,
not the
this
same.
this is another statement that pisses me off too. We tired of losing. Who the fuck cares? If you love the game, it ain't about winning and losing for you. You love the game. Of course, everybody wants to win. Look, there's not a human being on earth, there's not an animal on this planet that don't like winning, right? They want to have the best. But that ain't fucking life. It ain't reality to win every damn thing. It's not reality to not suffer. You're going to suffer. There's going to be ups and there's going to be a hell of a lot of downs.
Mm-hmm.
More ups,
Mm-hmm.
more downs than ups. Let's just keep that real. In life, it's more downs than ups.
Mm-hmm. All right, we seem to have 25 people in here looking. We need to hit that like button 25 times. You know, let's get these lights up, ladies and gentlemen. Please, please, please.
Indeed.
Now, Mr. William Amy, I'm just curious. How old are you? I really would like to know this. How old are you? Because I don't think you're old enough to be tired of anything. You ain't been through anything. You know what I'm saying? And as much as I hate to do it, I don't like doing it, but sometimes it just comes into play. You were not around, or even know of what it was like to be a fan of this team when Rankin Smith owned it. Don't talk to me about being tired of losing. You
If
know,
you ain't,
don't talk to me about being tired of losing because you ain't been through anything. You ain't been through Chris Miller being the quarterback of this team and because he was married to Rankin Smith's daughter. You ain't been through, a retread Bobby Abel that we grabbed from New Orleans and gone through that. You ain't been through, you know what I'm saying, just no nameness. Audrey Bruce being drafted, the biggest bust in
boy,
ATL
oh
history.
my
You
God.
ain't been, you want to talk about being tired of something? Talk to me when you've been through something like that. Because Arthur Blank was a godsend to this team.
And we have
Okay.
no idea why. We really don't understand. And as far as the play call is concerned, let me explain to you guys because this is why we exist. So it's bookmarked at 28:50. All right. So y'all go back and rewind this at the 28-minute mark, 50 seconds. When I say
Mm-hmm.
okay, because this is very important for everybody here. I need you to screen record it and put it in your save. Save it to your phone, save it to your Google Cloud, whatever you have.
Mm-hmm.
So save it to your cloud. This is how play calling works in the NFL and in college. Okay, this is how it goes. The head coach, whoever has the play call and do this, especially if you're an offensive coach, like a Sean Payton or Arthur Smith, a Kyle Shanahan. If you are that guy, what happens is you look at your sheet, you send it to the offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator, he is connected to the quarterback's headset.
Mm-hmm.
The head coach can hear what he's saying, but his job is to relay the plays to the offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator, in turns, throw it to the head, the quarterback, and then the quarterback's job is to relay it to the teammates. So anytime a head coach, if he takes a 2-3 second delay trying to get it in, then obviously the offensive coordinator is going to have to get it. But sometimes the offensive coordinator gets it mixed up. He can't hear whatever the issue may be. It's too loud, whatever. But if he gets to play in late, then obviously the quarterback. All right. So that's how play calling works in the NFL. It goes from the play caller, the top play caller. Usually it is the head coach if he's the offensive coordinator. And then he relays to his coordinator, who is the offensive coordinator. And then the offensive coordinator sends it to the quarterback. So it's not the quarterback sending it to, it's not the head coach sending it to the quarterback. It's the offensive coordinator that goes. So that's how it works in the NFL. Okay. So this is why you saw Desmond Ridder on the sideline screaming, he's not getting the fucking play in. It's because the offense coordinator, for whatever reason, there was a delay. The Falcons have to figure out what the delay is and why it's a delay. It could be Arthur Smith not getting the plays in. It could be Dave Ragone not saying it fast enough. But that's his job, is to relay it. The offensive coordinator, the play caller, is supposed to relay it to the quarterback and the quarterback. So he has to get that within a 15, around the 15-second mark. So if you see the offense get to the line around 22nd, well, that obviously tells you that they got the play in. But if it's anywhere below 15, around the 13 mark, that's a fairly okay, but you want at least 12 seconds to kind of get that play give your quarterback 12 seconds to kind of get in there, look at the defense and making the necessary change. But you want to ideally get that play in within that 15-second mark. So you got 15 seconds to, look at the defense, get it in. But what the Falcons have been doing lately, in the fourth quarter in particular, they got that under 10 seconds. So he get up to the line. He don't have time to make checks or even look at the defense, because he got 10 seconds to line up, get it, look at the defense, and make sure that the center understands, all right, we only got 10 seconds. And that's why you saw the delay even from Drew Dalman, because they only had 10 seconds to get the ball off. So it's not a play calling issue. He knows what plays he wants to run. But when there is a delay, it screws up everything. It screws up the flow. It screws up the quarterbacks. He rushes things. And this is why you saw Desmond Ridder lobbing things up, because he don't have time to think. You got to give the quarterback time to think. So again, rewind this back so you guys can know what you're looking at when you're watching the game. All right. That play needs to be in within somewhere around that 15-second mark. Okay. Has to be, that play has to be in around that 15-second mark. Sometimes teams get it in around 20 seconds, but it has to be around that 15-second mark. So if you see anything less than 15 seconds and they haven't got to the line and he ain't got to play, well, somebody screwed it up. So go back and watch the game. You'll see exactly what I'm saying.
William, you were born 3 years before we went to our first Super Bowl, and you probably have no recollection of it other than maybe pulling it up on YouTube. Okay, so all of that there, no, bruh, you ain't been through nothing to be tired of anything. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember, you know what I'm saying, having Brett Favre here, and he instead of practicing, he partying and coming to camp drunk. That's why we got rid of him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Having Billy Joe Tolliver and Ryan Renfro and going through, you understood from June Jones to Matt Ryan. the quarterback catastrophes that we had, bruh, miss me with that. You like you done gone through something. You ain't gone through nothing. You ain't gone through nothing. Y'all need to stop all this. Like you done lived through the brown paper bag years of this team.
I mean, the Cleveland Cavs. I mean, you can throw them in there too, but you can throw the Cleveland Browns, bro. They lost their franchise.
Right.
They lost it to the Baltimore. Art Modell's sent them to Baltimore.
In the
They
middle of the
lost
night.
there in the middle of the night and said, no, no more Cleveland. And then the NFL had to give Cleveland their organization back. But these are the things we talk about. Like, it's not to put you down. It's more so just like, look, bro, it's been worse than this. This is
Way
nothing
worse,
compared to
bro.
when
Way worse.
this is what we talking about. Like I said, I see my thing is I only claim 98 because that's when I really got serious about, but I was born into just like look, I was born into being a Falcons fan, right? That's I watched the games, but I didn't really like totally understand the game like that until I was like, yeah, until like 98. That's when I learned. But these are the things that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, watching, Deion Sanders walk away for nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
remember seeing Deion just walk away. We didn't trade him. We just let him walk away. Bro, you know how hard that is to see a Hall of Fame guy just walk away for nothing, and we up here just like to put this in context. You have a Steph Curry, you have a LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
These guys say, "All right, I want them. I want more money." They go to the owner and say, "Look, can I have at least a $10 million raise?" They say, "LeBron, no, I'm not gonna give it to you." They say, "Steph, no, I don't want to give it to you." And then you see this guy the same year go to another team and win a Super Bowl and win the NBA championship. You motherfuckers would be sick
Right.
if that happened here. Just picture Trey Young saying, "Can I have $5 million more? I know I'm making 20 million right now, but what if I sit up here and what if all I want is five Tony Wrestler? I just need 5 million. That's all. That's all I'm asking." Tony Wrestler in turn says, "No, Trey, I don't want to give it to you." And then Trey goes to the Lakers. Trey goes to the Clippers or whoever, and then win the NBA championship. What if that happened to Ronald Acuna? Well, Ronald Acuna want a new contract and say, "Yeah, Bray, how about you give me a couple? I just want 20 extra $1 million. That's it." Ronald Acuna. They say, "All right, we just want $100 million. I want 20 million more. That's all I'm asking." And the Braves just say, "No, Ronald, I don't thank you." And then he go to the damn Yankees and win the World Series. Y'all
Which
motherfuckers
is
would be sick.
which is
So
exactly why they didn't even let him get the arbitration. They gave him that 100 mil
they
in
gave
a
it to him
hurry.
because they know if you don't take care of your players, it could get much worse. It's been much worse. But we had Deion Sanders, the greatest cornerback, in my opinion, ever.
Right.
We had him and let him walk. We didn't even trade him away. We just let him walk. It's been worse.
There is a conversation to be had about the greatest player ever between him and LT. There is a
Right.
conversation to be had.
Indeed.
Okay, you know, I'm in agreement as far as Yates not playing that position, William. But at the same time, here's where the understanding of the entire situation lies at. TJ Yates knows the West Coast offense. Okay, he was brought in it, he played in it, you know what I'm saying, and he come from that. So, understanding that he didn't play the position, but he knows the concept. See, this is where you all have to get out of your feelings and comprehend certain things. There is a method to the madness. And people, let me acknowledge the old lineman himself, the big guys in the building. What up, Ant?
Big
What's going on, y'all? What's happening? What's happening?
You know,
And how do you feel about the fans and their like things? One thing that like frustrates me is just like, all right, I'm tired of losing. We shouldn't be losing to certain teams
Hmm.
because it's my thought is it's like, look, this is any given Sunday. They made the movie because of that. It's any given
Yeah.
Sunday. Nothing is nothing is guaranteed. So what are your thoughts on people saying, all right, I'm just
Nothing.
tired of losing.
Nothing is
We
guaranteed.
shouldn't be losing to
Not,
this team or this ain't.
bruh. This happens in little league football, middle school, high school. I mean, whatever. In college, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what level you at. You can lose to anybody. I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
damn if you undefeated and that team only won one game. It doesn't matter. If that team showed up to play that day and they wanted more, they're going to win. It doesn't matter if you're the better team on paper. That's on paper. But for us, why do we feel like we are entitled to anything? Last time I checked,
Mm.
we don't have any rings. No Super Bowl rings. None. Now, if we're talking about Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers, I mean, well, not them. New England Patriots. Okay, they have some say so because they've been winning rings since way back when.
Early
Even
2000.
Green Bay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even Green Bay, they've been winning rings since way before I was even born.
That's their
So
culture. Like I said, it's ingrained in their culture. I would understand why they would be a little bit more,
I, I
antsy.
get it.
But we
Mm-hmm.
ain't
Right.
won nothing, bro.
We have won nothing. All we got is NFC Championship banners in our stadium. That's it. Last time I checked, that means that holds no weight at all.
Nah, it's see,
But
this is another this right here is another comment. Like this is why I say look at other teams. Because y'all don't watch other teams. You wouldn't say stuff like this if you don't watch other teams. We see
Yeah.
this time and time again. You don't think Patriots are shooting themselves in the foot? You don't think what we just saw last night on Monday night with Buffalo with the Giants?
Mm.
It happens across the league. We saying
mm-hmm.
stuff like this only applies to the Falcons. Did you not see what was it? They blew last year the Chargers.
Oh,
They blew like a 20 something point lead in the game in
in
the
the
second
playoffs.
half in the playoffs.
In in the
This
playoffs.
is not something that only happens to the Falcons, bro.
Come on, bro.
Justin Fields is 6 for 20 plus losses. And
Six
we
for
acting like
31.
Mike. We
Six for
just seen
31.
Colorado do that
six
shit
for
on
31.
Saturday.
Excuse me. Good God.
We just seen Colorado do that shit on Saturday. They
Right.
was up 29 to nothing and
Right.
still lost.
But the reason why we saying this, like y'all saying all this stuff, oh, this time I'm tired. We shouldn't be shooting ourselves in the foot. Every team does it.
I'm
It's
tired
called
too.
playing ball. You're going to have mistakes. There are going to be mistakes. It's that simple. There's going to be mistakes, especially. Did anybody know? I'm gonna throw something else at you. You probably did not know. All right, 44-minute mark. Y'all walked it down too. Do y'all know this is the youngest starting quarterback average in almost 20 about 15 years or so?
Hmm.
This is the
Mm-hmm.
youngest
Yep.
group of starting quarterbacks in the NFL in almost what like 10, 15 years. What did that tell you guys, Sam?
The era has changed. The era has changed. and you have new players. You know what I'm saying? Coming in and having to get their feet wet and get their foot in the door, get their toe get their toe hold in the door and make their lane, and
Mm-hmm.
that requires player development to put a sustainable product on the field. But again, there are just some things in a process you can't skip, and player development is one of them. Real
Mm-hmm.
quick, Tev, the difference between what I'm talking about and what you're all are talking about, I can count on one hand from 1978 to 1992 how many times we went to the playoffs. Now, from your time, '03 to now, Matt took it to the playoffs, what, 6 times?
Mm-hmm.
6. You've seen playoff football, somewhat on a regular basis. It is a big difference, bro. A real big difference. Okay, a real big difference. When you're 4-12, or what I'm saying, or 3-13 every damn year.
Every year.
Every damn year. Don't try to compare the NFC South to the old NFC West. There is none. There is none. There is no comparison. Okay?
What kind of crack are you on, bro? Like, why would this even Red King, bro? You smarter than this. See, this is what I mean. Stop being emotional, and it's just like but the delay of game and needing a timeout. No team has done that, nigga. We see this
I've
every
seen
game.
that.
No team.
I've seen that. Yeah, it has happened.
I'm trying not to use
happened.
the nigga word, but nigga,
It has happened.
you don't say that with a see. This is what we took.
Y'all's forgot to hold down. What you mean, bro? Forgot to hold down in the game.
They forgot.
What you mean? It ain't never happened.
Hold on.
Y'all's forgot to hold down.
That man said no team has had a delay of game.
Sam, I have a question.
Yes,
How
sir.
old is the game? How old is the game of football? How
Bruh, over 100 years old.
It's over 100. Over 100.
So you mean to tell me that a delay of game penalty off of spike football has never happened in the history of football?
It has happened, and we've seen back to back, bro.
I saw it happen with Russell Wilson in Seattle. I saw it happen with the sheriff, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw
the crowd was so loud in Seattle.
Playing, man.
They had
Stop
to take
playing.
Sam. It's called. It happened in Seattle several times. They had one of the loudest crowd. We seen back to back timeouts and delay of games because they couldn't get the dang playoff. This has happened plenty of times. This is why we say stop being emotional. Okay. Stop being emotional and let's do your homework. This all we saying. We're not saying don't feel no type of way because I was yelling and screaming. What the fuck are we doing? Just like you. But you can't be saying stuff. It's stupid what you're saying. It's not.
We saw Bryce Young line up behind the guard and not the damn center. What are you talking about?
Come on. What are we doing in there? Oh my God, bro. Come on.
This is another one where at the Miami, it just happened again in college.
Right, bro. All they had
and Michael Walker right here. It just happened at the wrong time. And like I said, I agree with you. We shouldn't have these mistakes, but this is what happens when you're dealing with a league that is young. It's resetting itself. A lot of those quarterbacks, or veteran quarterbacks, they old and beat up. That's just like I said, it's just the truth. They want a youth movement in the NFL, and like I said, that's what it comes down. And with a youth movement, what we're trying to say is not change your feelings. We're not trying to say your feelings. But understand these are the things that's going to happen when you're dealing with kids. These are kids, bro. These dudes barely out of college.
Let me ask a question.
Hold up, hold on.
Let me ask a question.
Well, go
Would you
let
would you
and
would
get
you
this
would
rich. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
would you
Go ahead.
rather
Go ahead.
our quarterback be out here trying to ending up like Anthony Richardson, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be Earl Campbell, and now he got several different injuries, including a concussion. Or would you rather our quarterback, like he is now, knowing when to get down, how to get down, and not trying to be out here and prove something and be something that he's not? In this learning process, who would you rather have? Because I know the answer to that question because y'all were campaigning for AR-15. Y'all were campaigning for Lamar Jackson. Y'all were campaigning for everything out there except for what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And get this one. Get this one. Man.
Let's see. I just don't understand how people are thinking the season is already over. Lord have mercy.
That's the thing. We 3-3, bro. We're not 0-6 like the Panthers.
See,
That man done already took. Look, he already said, "I'm not calling the plays." They already calling the end to the season. Frank Wright is going to be fired. He's 0-6. He said that he did not want Bryce Young. Your head coach is saying this.
Yes. We
This
we
team
knew
is
that was a power struggle in Carolina. The owner wanted Bryce Price. Well, you got him. You got him. We were saying Bryce Young was not NFL ready way back in Alabama.
I've been saying, yeah, Ben knew that.
And yeah, he's out there
So,
looking like a deer in headlights.
so I got a question. Before Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot came, when was the last time we were consistently at or above 500?
With Matt. With Matt.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
With Matt.
But they wanted him gone.
Mm-hmm. They wanted
Didn't
him
they
gone
ask for this
the
rebuild?
day we drafted him. They wanted Matt gone. And a lot of these fools were under the impression we just drafted him to hold the spot, hold the job until Michael Vick got out of jail. And when that wasn't the case, here's still the remnants of that right now. There's nothing. Because I'm gonna tell you, the venom on Desmond Ritter started, what was it, 48 hours after we drafted him. He came out that press conference and said he liked Matt Ryan, and I'm trying to pattern my game at it. That's where this started from. This is
let,
keeping
let,
it a buck, which is something none of them want to talk. They don't want to get uncomfortable. They don't want to get real
let,
about this.
let me say this. This even wrong, Rich. Like I said, you can hit me up like you always do. You know my social, so we can talk about it. But this is even wrong. It is on the quarterback. That's the quarterback's job, is to understand and manage the offense. His
Right.
job is to make sure that that clock is on. I don't give a fuck. Look, his job is to not get a penalty. You heard Matt Ryan say, "Look, we can sit up here and say it. I can show you the quote where it came from Matt Ryan himself. You cannot take that penalty. You have
Mm-hmm.
timeouts. Use it." That was not. It was, yeah. They got to play in wrong. They got to play in late. But this is a
Yep.
collective, and this is why we can't. Well, that's why we can't say it's not just a Arthur Smith. Desmond Ritter. This is not the first time Desmond Ritter has had timeouts in their pocket and understand that the clock is running down. As a quarterback, you have to save even your coach. You're an extension of the coaching staff as a quarterback.
Exactly.
You have to be smart. You have to be able to put, all right, well, this is what I'm saying. We have to control the flow. I don't like this play. We got to eliminate this. These are the things a quarterback has to know. This is why he has to be the smartest guy on the team, or one of the smartest guys on the team, because he has to understand, look, this clock is running down. I'm not going to be able to get this off. Coach, I'm kind of, you're going to be mad at me, but I'm going to call this timeout. But that was his fault. That wasn't Arthur Smith's fault. That was Desmond Ritter's fault. When you get a delay game, At some point in time, you got to look at your quarterback, because your quarterback got to step up and be that leader when even the head coaches, he's not doing the best right now. This is why you have quarterbacks like Matt Ryan saying get fucking set. You see Drew
Mhm.
Brees cussing out Sean Payton on the sideline. We seen Tom Brady have a whole hissy fit, throwing his helmet, slamming, screaming at Bill
Melt
Belichick,
down.
screaming
We-
at Mike McDaniel. Like
mhm.
Josh McDaniels, we've seen this before. This
We
is the
saw Matt
quarterback's job.
Ryan cussing out future Hall of Famer Tony
Right.
Gonzalez on the
Tony is
sideline, bro.
on the sideline.
Facts.
This is what a quarterback's
Facts.
job is. So a lot of this, we point the finger at Arthur and say, yeah, you need to be fired. Well, not necessarily. It's a
No.
team effort. Everybody making mistakes. And like I said, when you have a young team, this is the biggest thing about everybody nobody saying this. This is the first, these guys have not been together for a full 5 months yet, and we want them to have Super Bowl aspirations. These guys been together since April, late April. All right, let me say that again. This offense in particular has been together a grand total of, hold up. All right, it's October 6 months, almost 7 months. These guys have been together. We got teams like the Rams. These guys have been together for a good 5, 6 years, bro. A good
Yeah.
5 years or so.
Yeah.
And we want these guys to get it in 6 months, 7 months. That's not realistic, bro.
It did go back to what I said, and I've been saying it. You're not going to have a cohesive unit in one training camp. You're not going to have a cohesive unit with brand new players in one preseason. That's just it. It don't happen like that. This ain't Madden. This ain't Madden with the trade restrictions off and no salary cap and playing on Ricky Lover. It ain't.
This is what I agree with Richie. Is these guys not playing in preseason. This is a huge part of the lack of
Yeah.
development in quarterbacks. These
Yep.
guys aren't training. Training camp isn't training camp like it used to be. These guys out here running one-on-one drills. Like, we've been to training camp. All they're doing is running one-on-one drills. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's what training camp is. So these guys don't get a lot of time to actually go through the playbook like they used to. And this is like I said, the new rules, and I understand why they're doing it. But at the same time, there's a huge there's a struggle that comes with that,
Yeah.
and that's the lack
Okay.
of playing time.
Mhm. Well, I hope we've given you guys an understanding of the coach and the quarterback journey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that it is exactly that, a journey. Cohesiveness between the coach and the quarterback, like Drew Brees and Sean Payton. That takes time. Cohesiveness between the coach and the quarterback, like Bill Walsh and Joe Montana. That took time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and throughout NFL history, that has not changed.
Mm-hmm.
That has not changed. Player development, coaching development, and getting to know each other, learn each other, and be able to finish each other's tendencies. That takes time.
Yeah.
Hope y'all get that and understand that. We're gonna move on to next week with these Tampa Bay Bucks and Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans and this what it seems to be going to be your typical A1 NFC South slobber knocker. Outside of the obvious that we have all touched on, tapped on, and cleaning up the mistakes and sticking to our identity. And what do you think are going to be the keys to us, going into Tampa and coming out with the dub?
Well, I said it last week, and I'm gonna say it again this week. Our offensive line is gonna be the key every single week because that's what we hang our hat on. Our offensive line, like they have to get better at run blocking. That's a must. And, like we have to open up these holes so our running game can get better. So we can get back to our identity. Like it's a trickle down effect. Like everything works together. It starts with the O line, and then you have to get like the quarterback and head coach and OC. They have to have better communication. That's I mean that's undeniable because if we're not on the same page, then everybody looks like shit. So it starts right there.
All right, Senator Palpatine.
I'll reiterate what we're saying. We're not taking a personal jab at you, but we are taking a personal jab at your ignorance. All right. And there's nothing wrong with being ignorant. Being ignorant. But there's a bigger issue at hand is that you want to stay ignorant. There's what the issue is. Some people just want to stay ignorant. There's nothing wrong with being ignorant in certain aspects. There's certain aspects of the football game. Defensively, like everybody know, I know about schematics. I know where guys should be, where they lined up. The style of defense and what the strengths and all that types of things. The strengths and weaknesses of certain formations, certain players. Like those are my strengths, the schematics. But when it break down the art of being a fullback, the art of being an offensive lineman, like that's not my strength. So I'm ignorant of that. So it's nothing wrong with being ignorant. It's nothing wrong with being stupid, but the biggest issue is staying stupid and staying ignorant. And this is
Right.
what we try to help people not stay ignorant. Right? Don't stay ignorant. Don't stay stupid. Let's learn. All right, let's learn together. That's what AFN and Mad Mike Sports is about. There's nothing wrong with being ignorant. There's something wrong with staying ignorant.
Yeah. Um, Me, I'm looking for Arthur to try to spark this run back. We've been stymied a little bit, what I'm saying, the run game last couple of games, which has led to us, throwing the ball a little bit more than we would like, and I think we get back to that. I think this may be a game where we see a little bit more of that angry running from CP. I think we see him a little bit in this game, and I think the defense is gonna be they're gonna continue to do what they've been doing all year.
Yeah, they slowly integrating CP a lot more, especially in the
Hmm.
passing game. So, like I
Hmm.
said, this team is going to be a major threat in the next 2 years or so. And all we're asking as Falcons fans is like, look, there are going to be games where we all cussing at the TV. And believe me, one day I'm gonna record our live chats, and y'all can see how fucking insane we are doing the game, bro.
Bruh,
I
bruh.
really want y'all to show that because I don't think people realize it's like how upset we are doing games, especially me,
Right.
especially me.
Same.
I'm
Because when we
insane.
be in the chat, a lot of times I put y'all on mute and turn the volume down because your ass be ridiculous sometimes.
I do, and I have to mute myself because I be cursing so much. So it's not like we're not upset, but I always take that little grace period before we go live. It's like, all right, calm down, Mike, calm down. All right,
Kumbaya.
calm down. Let's relax
Kumbaya.
and understand this is it's all about a process, and the process is going to be ugly. Okay, the process is going to be ugly, and that's all we said. Just understand there's a process.
Excuse me. When did I ever say that? When did I say that? When did
Uh-huh.
I ever say that? When did I
I
ever say
mean,
that? Has anybody ever heard
I've
me
never,
say that?
I've never heard you
look
say
at
that.
his name. Live fast, die young. Man, get your stupid ass out of here with that
See,
goofy shit.
yeah, see. He Southside
Live
know.
fast, die young. You sound dumb.
I mean, see, this is how you know. This is how you know young, wet behind the ears, Similac drinking fools don't be listening and don't comprehend. I ain't never told nobody that you
That man
can't
said, live
be.
fast, die young. Come in here, try to come in here with some common sense. Live fast, die young. Man, you don't get
Oh
out of
my
here with that
Right.
God.
goofy crap. I need
Look,
it. Look,
man.
I'm gonna smoke me one, goddamn.
Look. I my stance on this. I've been trying to explain to people. Okay, from where I come from in this football game, I have never told anyone you can't criticize or you shouldn't. I just see, man. I'm trying to explain how you have to understand the situation and wanting to skip player development and wanting a player that we draft or sign to be Hall of Fame coming in the door is a ridiculous expectation. Ridiculous. And if that's your mindset,
Willie.
then you whoever's feeding you that milk, bro, you need to change to another titty.
Live fast, die young. He trying to give us some tips. Live fast, die young. Oh boy. Hey boy, ain't that an oxymoron? Good God
Right.
almighty. You better off using your real name. You probably
I'm
named
just
Clarence or
saying.
something.
I'm just saying. You know,
Clarence, he got a parents got a real good marriage.
see, and his name is Clarence. Hmm.
This nigga went to Cranfoot.
I'm just saying. Shoot. I mean, man, look, at the end of the day, yeah, we are all fans. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Some of us older than others. You know what I'm saying? My outlook is always going to be old school, down to the
Oh.
basics. That's why I love Arthur Smith as our coach.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all, man. All right,
Right.
we appreciate it. It's all jokes. Clarence, it's okay, 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 Clarence, it's okay, okay. All right, look, he mad, boy. Look at that. Man, man, on YouTube all day. I know he ain't getting no pussy.
Oh, wow. Wow. Now,
Hey.
I'm
I
going to try
don't.
to.
You ain't. Don't say it. Don't do me like that, Sam. I already know where you going. All right. They call me foot on four heads for a reason. I'll just say that. Okay. That's far we gonna go.
No. Where I was going with it was, when you if you spend any brain power on another man's nutsack, that's a little suspect.
Ah, see,
I knew
Clarence,
he
look
was
what you
going.
done dang did. You done piss Sam
See,
off. Good God.
see.
It's bro. Look, it's okay, bro.
Now,
It's okay.
stick to trying to talk football. Notice I said trying to. Stick to trying to talk football.
It's a conversation, bro, about
Yeah,
football.
right,
I
right,
Look,
right,
mean,
right.
this is what happens
Manscaped.
when you don't have knowledge. You resort to personal attacks. This is about football. Okay,
see,
Clarence. Okay,
see,
go get some Lil Wayne. Go get a little more Lil Wayne tattoos on your body. All right, and
look,
you can come back to AFN and hit that subscribe button while you at it.
right. Look, right there. Look, man, we in this thing try to give y'all the info. Like, share, subscribe, follow OGN TV. You know what I'm saying? This is every week. Try to give you the tea. Every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Friday. Okay?
Oh boy,
We getting ready to
this
get
is
out of this
hilarious.
thing.
Well, I tell you, you can't
We
make this
getting ready
shit
to get
up.
out of this thing.
Can't make it
Y'all,
up, boy.
I believe y'all got Blackberry with Let's Be Clear coming up.
Yep.
Y'all go, you know what I'm saying, check him out. Um, the big old lineman, the mainstay Cole being here, you know what I'm saying, every Wednesday for the most part. Senator Palpatine, I'm hoping to have him on this coaching the quarterback, you know what I'm saying, segment throughout the
Oh
duration
yeah.
of the season.
Oh yeah.
Um, the next time I will be broadcasting will be Friday, Falcon Friday, High Noon Madness. Well, we be talking GOAT status in tight end position in our last, pregame check up on Tampa, and the Dirty Birds. This is your boy, OG Big Sam with Big Ant, the Senator. We will get at you. Show us some love. We'll show it back with this good content. Be blessed, people.
Peace.